Take two. Hello. What's going on, people? As if this makes it onto the internet. Said that in the first video. That only lasted a minute because my phone ran out of available storage to hold videos. So I'm going to make this as quick as I can. As you can see, a new tank is sort of entered the fray because I'm looking to get, I'm going to be getting a gargoyle gecko. Now, I am not ordering it online because, I don't know, that's a little more expensive. I tried looking online. What I can do, though, is to, still get one. I can buy it from the local Petco that just opened up near me in Ohio. So, a few small updates. I don't think I've ever had Drogon on camera, so here he is in the same exact pose he was in the first video, which was like 5 minutes ago. What the hell is that underneath of his thing? So anyway, this is Drogon. He's, well, about 5 months old. I'd give or take about 4 months old. He was pretty small when he was about a little shorter than he is now when I got him from a local pet store in middle of August. It is now January. So, it's been a long time since I had a baby bearded dragon. So I'm really hoping that, his short size just because he hasn't hit his growth spurt. I've been feeding him every day or two. I also leave, like, pellets and stuff in there for him to eat as well. And I also give him a few crickets every day, but they're, like, heavily dusted with vitamin and calcium powder. In fact, I've been adding extra calcium to it. Earl is not an Earl. Earl's a girl, a female. I rechecked. Not an Earline or a Pearl. Since Earl's been around for 4 years, I'm going to say she, but still also use the name Earl. So I would appreciate it if you guys did. Anyway, I'm here to try and do a setup video. I'm going to do a video about my future gargoyle gecko, regardless of if I'm able to do videos of me setting up the tank. But I've got everything that I need so far. I've got some extra bags of soil from my friend Joey, or Reptile Journey, if you guys have ever checked that out. He's probably going to, I think he's subscribed to me, so if he comments, I'm not actually subscribed to him just yet. I hate to admit it, but because I didn't know he had a new YouTube channel. I got new batteries for my hydrometer. I've had a hydrometer, but also I got kind of a hermit crab thermometer because I just need something to give me a base temperature, and right now it's perfect for a gargoyle gecko. I'll go over the stats and stuff for gargoyle geckos when I actually get him or her. I'm also going to be doing research into... I've been doing a lot of homework, but I still don't know how to check male or female. So I'm going to set the phone sort of right here. Set the phone sort of right here. Yeah, it's at the bottom of the tank. But I'm going to pour the soil in and mix it up right there in the tank. Stuff I'm using, if you didn't watch Joey's video, it's plantation soil and eco earth. I'm probably going to have some leftover, actually, because this stuff doesn't really need a whole lot. But let's go into it. Actually, I might need more than I thought. Who knows? Now, I know drainage layers are sort of a useful thing to have when you're doing this kind of stuff. I realize. I'm going to vacuum after this. I'm not going to tell my mom I got dirt all over the floor. I know, like, it's recommended to sort of do, like, a drainage layer, but I'm not doing a heavily planted thing. And I'm not going to be... And honestly, the humidity doesn't need to be that high to where I'm going to be constantly... I'm not going to be constantly spraying water. This tank has a screen top, so that's really useful. And it also, besides the fact it's small, but I can also, I'm going to be putting in probably 2 water dishes at different locations inside the tank, because that will provide humidity in different areas. Like, it'll give a humidity pocket in one, but then I'm gonna have one in a shaded area, which is a humidity pocket. Then I'm also going to have a cup of a container of water in a area of shade. So it's like one will evaporate faster than the other, which is sort of the plan. And so that way it provides humidity a lot more readily, I guess you could say. I'm also going to provide, like, oh, maybe I put too much in there. I may have put too much in here. I don't know, stuff to figure out as I go. I could always just, I don't know, scoop it back into one of these containers, because he pretty much just gave these to me, so I can just scoop it into a bag or whatever. But I was told, multiple sources online told me that this, I'll get back into focus, this 12 by 12 by 18 tank would be good enough for an adult gargoyle gecko, because there's a lot of climbing space. There's not a whole lot of ground space, though. Throughout the weeks, I will be... why is my phone going back into focus? There it is. Throughout the weeks, I will be slowly adding more things. I may reduce the amount of soil that's in there. But at the same time, I would also like to try adding 1 or 2 live plants. Like, super easy to take care of plants, mind you. Which would be this clipping of a pothos plant. My uncle, who's not actually my uncle, but a longtime family friend, might as well be my uncle. He gave me 2 plants, a peace lily and a pothos plant. I'm not going to deal with the peace lily. It's a tiny one, but I'm not going to deal with the, all the fighting with it to get a clipping off of it, because you got to, like, I think, mess with one of its stems, because they've got multiple different stems all attached to sort of one root system, and you have to like, dig out a stem. Oh, by the way, I've also got Tupperware containers, for numerous reasons, as in prepping food, actual, like, humid hides. That's one of the big reasons I got one of these. But I know these are small. This guy's a baby, so I can always set one like this, cut a hole in it, and, you know, have a humid hide. But I wasn't exactly sure the scope of the the bottom spacing down here that I'd be dealing with. I didn't know what forces are going to be at work in this cage, because I've never dealt with anything that was terrestrial, that was arboreal. I've only messed with terrestrial lizards, which, you know, climbing versus just walking around, you know, terrestrial, arboreal. I've only dealt with terrestrial lizards, and they're pretty easy so far. So, this is a whole new adventure for me. But yeah, I'm going to... just because, like I said, I'm not getting the lizard right away, so it's not like I've got to worry about anything weird going on. And I guess if anything does happen, since gargoyle geckos apparently are pretty easy to manage and handle and stuff like that, which is a big plus for me, I could always take him out, probably put him in like a box, or just hold on to him, dump this out outside, because this is super easy to carry. You would not believe. Plus, the screen comes off, so I could close these doors and dump all this outside, and then sort of rework it. But yeah, if this is not enough space or whatever, or also if this tank ends up becoming too small, like I said, I can transfer this soil. Plus, this stuff isn't that expensive. Well, at least one of them is kind of. It's like $14, but that's because of the place you got it from. I got it from my small type of pet store, so they're not the cheapest, and they're not the most cost-effective in the world, but hey, guess you gotta make a living somehow, right? So, in the video, before I end it, I guess, because I'm kind of close to ending it, because this is all I really wanted to do today. Some things may change, like I said, but I'm going to be moving this clipping. Oh, by the way, I have a 60-watt bulb in a broken dual fixture. The right side doesn't work. A bulb exploded in it, and I tried using pliers to get it out, and I ended up pulling out like the metal foiling that you actually screw the bulb into. Heh, good job on me. So, also, the bulb I'm using is a 60-watt Reptisun. However, this is over 18 years old from my ex-stepdad. Woo! He still had this because he had a bunch of reptiles, because he worked at a pet store when he was around my age. He was pretty, so he had like a Euromastix. I think he had some kind of iguana. Obviously, I think he had to rehouse a lot of it. He also had numerous types of like fish tanks and stuff like that. Now, this thing's not going to stand up too easily until I get the soil wet. This thing, okay, I might explain pothos plants a bit. Okay, here. Okay, you won't see it on this one. Crap. I'll do it later, later on video or whatever. I'll explain about clippings with these guys. But we're gonna pour water from my water bottle in here. Now, as you saw, it was bubbling up and now it's sinking down because this stuff is like super dry. So I'm pouring water because I'm gonna keep the heat going. You know, kind of try simulating the types of conditions that I would have the actual lizard in. This soil may become a lot more damp because I'm going to spray it a lot. You know? See? I sprayed a lot. But the plant, I heard pothos plants are like impossible to kill. And they also have these nice big leaves, which the baby will enjoy if this thing takes root way before I actually end up getting it. But one issue I guess some people do worry about is like molding, or, you know, mold or whatever, and I'm not afraid of that. Only because I'm not afraid of this thing molding over, so I'm not putting enough in there. And then I have this one pretty intense bulb. It's not going to be enough to burn it. Like 85 was like a limit as to where, you know, they get comfortable. And this thing actually measures in integers of like 70 to 75, then 80 to 82, then 84, then 86. So it can get up there. Like this nice little thermometer that I got for like $3. it was a hermit crab thermometer, funnily enough. But yeah. So it doesn't. But so it kind of helps me measure in the heat range that I require. I'm still really nervous about getting this thing. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I'm actually really, really jittery about it because this is something totally new. This is some kind of totally different tank that I'm taking on, you know. These guys are supposed to be really easy. Like I said, I'd go over what it takes to take care of a gargoyle gecko in the future. It's really weird because they're not bearded dragons. I mean, seriously, this is what I need for a bearded dragon. So far, anyways. I'm going to be building Earl her own tank. Hopefully sometime soon, but I'm not going to cross my fingers. But look at carpet. You know, like a perch in the hot side. Which this one comes with a cave, which is why I got it. Drogon sleeps in it often. Got this log, which the UV lamp is over. These guys, they don't even need UV lamps. They just need heat lamps. They actually don't even need that. 70s is okay for them, but 80s is as high as they will go comfortably. But I'm going to try and just make sure I can keep this thing alive. I'm kind of worried this tank might not be big enough. It will definitely be big enough for a baby, but for an adult, I have no clue. I could always size up in the future, go up a size and just transfer everything over. It's not like it's impossible to move, but I don't know, just really nervous. And money-wise, it costs a lot to set these guys up, but just like bearded dragons, not a lot to keep them up, you know? Like, literally, it does not take that much to upkeep these lizards, to keep up the tanks and stuff like that. You just have to, if your room is not hot enough, because literally room temperature, about 70 degrees, is comfortable for them, is the lowest they'll go comfortably, you know? But, I don't know. Like, it's just another bulb I gotta buy, more food. In fact, like $10 for a little bag of the Rapashi food and the crested gecko diet that they get. Again, something to go over in the future. But then bearded dragons, you need to size up their tanks. If these guys are as they say they are, I'm not going to need to size up its tank, you know? Which, a definite plus. I will say that. It's a definite plus. But at the same time, I don't know. Just something different, I guess. But I'm already committed to it because I love lizards, and it also helps me get my mind off things to take care of something. So, you know, trying to keep this plant alive, getting a new lizard, all that fun stuff. But wish me luck, and I'll definitely try to take whoever few people are traveling with me on this, and please just wish me luck. You know, words of encouragement, or if you know anything about gargoyle geckos, please give me advice. You know, like that would be oh so helpful. But yeah, I guess this is Silverblade 7, Earl, and Drogon signing out. Peace, people.